So I just made the decision that.
I mean, he's in there. I guess the 20 fans will
know who you're.
I guess, yeah.
They can Google Dean Hundert. That's his name. Okay. Yeah. Dean Hundert.
Hundert. So, what's going on? You went to a birthday party. Or is that what we're going to talk about?
No. Oh. Well, I thought we were going to talk about Lindsay Clancy.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Did you bring things?
We're talking about a birthday party.
The closing statements are today, I think. Not the closing, what is it? The speech that the lawyers give. Is that what it's called?
Usually the closing statement.
I only know from Law and Order the terminology.
I've never seen Law and Order.
Never?
Never. I always heard it. Like my parents watching it.
Oh, I was like a podcast?
The sound and what's the
dun dun?
Yeah, yeah. Dun, dun, that's how I knew it was time for bed. So what are your
of Lindsay Clancy?
Yeah.
What I mean, I'm starting this off. Okay. I think it's everyone's always, they're freaking out because the idealized woman of the United States, a upper middle class white woman, has harmed her children.
Exactly 1 month older than me. So.
Oh, yeah. Do you feel a bond or?
She's a Leo.
That's what it is.
So this was destined to happen.
I mean, I haven't been following it with a fine-toothed comb. It's just been coming up on my TikTok.
No, I haven't been following the court, like what's happening in court. I know everything that happened until she did it.
I know there's a big thing on TikTok of people being like, it was her husband. It couldn't have been her. It was definitely her husband. And I'm like, no, she did it. I can't imagine that it wasn't a mental health break because it's just so insane to me. But
no, she was extraordinarily mentally ill. And she was saying she was having hallucinations.
And unmedicated.
She was medicated, unmedicated, over-medicated. She was on every different combination.
Yeah. They kept trying different cocktails of medicines. But really, So do you think the husband should be held accountable at all for leaving her alone with them?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Well, what's your take?
I mean, she should have just been in a straitjacket in a mental institution.
Yeah.
For a long time.
Your straitjacket? Padded room. Windows? Thick glass?
Whatever prevents her from hurting herself or other people.
Yeah, she should have been 5150.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, for a long time.
Yeah, why wasn't she, I wonder?
Well, she kept checking into mental institutions.
Yeah, they can only hold you for a few days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure she couldn't pay to be in a fancy celebrity.
Is that what it was? You think?
No, not that one. But I'm just it's just expensive.
You think it's money that held her back? Because you can just go into debt, and never pay your medical bills.
Just not pay for it.
I mean, I'm just saying you could do that. If you feel like you're a risk, I don't know.
But that's by involuntary.
But
people need to be involuntarily institutionalized.
Right, pre-Reagan. That's what you're saying. Yeah.
Because that would prevent.
I mean, I know people who've had postpartum mental health breaks. And
psychosis or
hard to say,
depression. Because there's a big difference between postpartum depression and what she did, obviously.
I mean, it's not postpartum depression, what I'm talking about. It's sometimes there's latent mental illness that just flourishes in postpartum under certain circumstances, and then you find out oh, now I'm bipolar or now I'm whatever's going on, and then you need appropriate attention for that. But it doesn't seem like the whole medical industrial complex, let's call it, seems very reticent to be extremely hands-on with mothers postpartum for whatever reason. They're always, in my view, sending them home and not giving enough support. And it's always just how's the baby doing? Yeah, I mean, for us, there was just a checklist form you had to fill out that you could lie on, very easily. Yeah. And then that was it.
That's the thing. She could say to the therapist, I'm not suicidal. I don't have a plan.
Yeah.
You can say anything.
You can say anything.
And then they have to be like, okay.
No, and there was no therapist. I didn't have a therapist. Like,
well, you weren't having hallucinations.
Not to anyone's knowledge. I mean, like, yeah, no, I wasn't. Yeah. But I mean,
that's the difference between someone who should be put
nobody
in a straight
checking. Jacket. Like, it's like there's no therapist checking. Like, there should just be someone checking. Like,
I mean, society in general failed
mothers.
Well, I don't think it says anything about mothers.
Or what's your process? Like, case. Have you had mental health support postpartum at all?
I have. What does that mean? I mean, I feel like I get that from friends and family.
Yeah. So there hasn't been like a psychiatrist or psychologist like evaluating you at all.
No, I haven't reached out for that.
Yeah, there's no like involuntary process. Like,
but most people are okay.
Yeah.
So I think, and she was reaching out.
She was
doing a lot to. I think it's so crazy that she had a virtual appointment one day before she did it. Like, that's the most 2023 thing about this is that she had a virtual appointment.
But how can you predict? Like, it's like, let's say a mother is saying, I mean, she was saying crazy stuff though. Like, she should have had more support. What do you think went on? Like, they just were like, we need to give her a pill and then it'll be better? Like,
I think in a way, because everyone is mentally ill now, nobody is. So it's not taken seriously. It's because everybody has OCD. Everybody has anxiety. Everybody is...
Therapy speak has been normalized.
Therapy speak has been so normalized.
As just personality.
That now it's just not. Now when people are truly, truly mentally ill like she is, then it's not taken seriously.
Even by professionals.
Right, yeah.
But they took it seriously enough to prescribe serious drugs.
And even that, and who knows how much of that was behind it. I mean, I have noticed from people I know taking when they went off the cocktail of medications they were prescribed.
Yes.
They got better.
Yes.
When they stopped taking the crazy medicines.
They give, like, let's say Klonopin. Like, giving Klonopin for anxiety is such a huge leap.
Right.
In my view.
No, it's crazy. That's like when they give birth control for acne.
And this is not to say like that it doesn't help some people, but I think a lot of other people are just like, I feel anxious, I must trank myself. Like, it's an extreme measure that like perhaps there's some steps in between. On the other hand, I hate cognitive behavioral therapy, which is definitely what they would have tried.
That it would be effective.
Because cognitive behavioral therapy is just like, I'm going to reprogram my brain to have different thoughts. Like, I actually hate that. Like, some people all conscious. Like,
yeah, well, that's what. Yeah.
But it helps.
It would be nice to just take something that would fix it without having.
No, but cognitive, it's like for someone neurotic, cognitive behavioral therapy is not the right treatment because it's like, I am already thinking about all my thoughts. Like, it's not helpful to think more about them.
Yeah. Sometimes the solution seems to be just stop thinking about yourself so much.
Oh, like get into helping other people?
Yeah. Just like but our society is just set up so that we're just always thinking about ourselves all the time.
Yeah, maybe.
TikTok makes it so much
12-step programs definitely work that way.
It's about
helping other people.
That's how
you get better. Yeah.
And here you are today.
Well, let's not talk about that. But yeah, but it is to refocus, like, from the solipsism, as you say. And it does help. Well, because self-esteem is built by doing esteemable acts. So it's like, you do things you can be proud of, then you feel good about yourself. So helping other people will make you feel better about yourself. It's not going to fix OCD. I mean, like, real OCD? I don't know. But
what's real OCD?
Well, I'm definitely not a mental health professional, but it's like, there's a couple different symptoms, but one of the ones, let's say, that's hard to fix is intrusive thoughts. Like, and it's kind of similar to schizophrenia in that way, where it's like, there's just crazy stuff that lives in your head and you have to find a way to function anyway. Because your brain's not going to...
You got to find a way to just not murder people.
It's just not going to stop doing that. Like, it's like for me, it's like, I'm not going to stop picturing like gory things happening to the people I love all the time. But I have to just get in the car anyway, you know?
Everyone has to move forward.
Yeah,
I can't you can't kill anyone.
I can't kill. Well, but killing someone, it's like, that's not OCD.
Yeah.
That's like...
But I'm saying for anyone who's mentally ill, you're still responsible.
Well, if you're in psychosis, so psychosis is like you're not living in reality anymore. It's like you're living in an alternate reality. So it's like you don't know that you're killing someone when you kill them in psychosis necessarily. Right. Like it's like you're fully like
disassociated.
You're in an alternate reality where hurting them saves them or whatever is going on in your head. Like right. It's like it's not.
But unfortunately, you still are responsible.
Yeah. I mean, like.
Just because that's how it works.
Well, psychosis, they need to be, it's like you need to be, yes, you need like a full facility situation for psychosis to protect you from yourself and you, like other people from you. You're a danger at that point.
And she was failed in that. She did make it clear that she was psychotic.
Yeah.
And she said she had hallucinations.
Yes.
And that's what separates her from just, postpartum depression where you need one little anti-anxiety medication.
Or whatever you need. Yeah. No, psychosis is a whole other thing. It's like you're lucid dreaming, but you're not sleeping. Right. It's like being on meth and being up for 4 days. Like, you're not like living in the story of what's really happening at all. So.
And no one, I mean, suburban isolation clearly is a big factor here too.
It's not good. Psychosis can happen anywhere, but it's not good for mothers.
People around, there weren't enough people around to be.
Well, what would be? I mean, if we saw someone who was being psychotic, like acting like they were in psychosis with their kid on the playground, what would we do? Call the police?
I mean, if you can be in, that might be. I think that's the only option that we have.
What else do you do?
Because there's no,
there's no emergency mental health.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, you can 5150 someone.
Right. For
could feel 3 to 5 days.
Like, we got there and maybe their kids could.
Well, and they'll have an independent evaluation. But you're also threatening them having their kid. Like, it's like they could lose custody after that. Like they could, there's a lot of extreme ramifications probably. I'd imagine. I don't know. Again, a lot of this is from Law and Order. So let's just know that I'm no expert at any of this.
But what would the person be doing where it would be so bad that we
But that's where I'm like, the dad, if he was there, should have been like, okay, we need to go stay with parents or other people. Like we need to go
that still doesn't make him with other people responsible.
No, he's not responsible, but
what was he doing?
It was negligence. Like it's
where was his head? He had his work from home tech job.
Well, he may have been in deep denial, which I've seen many times with
that's the coping.
And it's often the spouse, and it doesn't just happen with mental health stuff. It's like if the spouse, let's say your spouse gets like a really bad prognosis from a doctor. I've seen it happen many times where the spouse is just in deep denial and
so they don't
not pushing for treatment and not trying to fix it because it just shatters the reality. It's kind of like how they say the Native Americans, I don't know if this is true, but when like the ships came to North America, they couldn't even see the boats because they'd just never seen anything like that before. And it just like shattered their reality. That there was this like foreign weird boat coming ashore from the ocean. So I think it's just when something is so outside of your dimension of functioning, it's hard to bring it in to your perception.
So I could totally see that happening for him. Yeah.
Which is to me like mental illness by proxy a little bit. Because it's like there was clarity, a little bit, but she should not have been the primary caregiver at that point.
Right. I like the back and forth on the Wikipedia, all the different editors, where someone is like, and she also had a nanny. Okay. Like it's like she had a nanny and her parents came to help out for like this much time.
Oh, so she couldn't have been mentally ill if she had any help at all.
Help. We can't.
But it's like people are mentally ill under it really.
Yeah.
doesn't matter how good your childhood was. Like if that gene gets turned on, like you cry, you know, you have an illness.
Yeah, I didn't go into her childhood. I don't know what the story is.
I don't know, but it's her backstory. Yeah, I mean, and she might not know. Like it's like things happen. She might have repressed memories of Lord knows what the hell. Like it's like not every adult even is totally consciously aware of their childhood trauma. You just don't always know unless you've let it into your reality, which is painful.
I wonder.
I don't know, but psychosis scares the crap out of me.
Well, you're not psychotic.
No, I've never truly gone down the path to mania. Yeah. Never truly.
You've been reassured. We have this documented here.
I've had perhaps moments of like intense, maybe some like irresponsible behavior, but like nothing. I definitely in my early 20s had a moment where I was like, I could not care about anybody and be mentally ill for the rest of my life. And I was like, I'm not going to do that.
Really?
But most people don't have that choice if they become mentally ill. But I definitely felt the gene being like, are we going to open this door? Because I have a lot of those genes. Like,
psychotic?
Lots of different types, a whole cocktail of mental where this page is never going to do that. No, it's mostly just schizophrenia and bipolar.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. She was diagnosed.
Yeah, so.
Bipolar.
But, you know, all my great uncles who had those illnesses were also the kind of geniuses. But I guess that's like what people say.
Trade-off.
Yeah, it's a trade-off.
Men. That's a male bipolar for you.
They were men, yeah.
Yeah. You get a genius out of that.
Yeah, they all like skipped a million grades and like went to fancy schools. I don't know. Yeah. But it's hard to live with. I mean, schizophrenia, I don't wish it on anyone. It's hard to live with. So what do you think? What was your...
I mean, I think I've said... Yeah, I think it doesn't say anything necessarily about how women are treated postpartum. I think she was a rare...
She is a rare case. Yes.
This is not the norm.
No, it's not. Psychosis is not the norm.
And I do think normalizing therapy speak, as you said.
Oh, it becoming
makes people not take it as seriously
part
as they
of
should.
Yeah, like a personality flaw if you're OCD.
Yeah, like a cute, quirky. Yeah. Now I feel like mental illness.
By the way, it's not about color coding your closet OCD. There's like real symptoms, but anyways, just it's not about needing things to be clean. Yeah, I mean, on the other hand, if a lot of women were having these crazy thoughts, I don't think we'd definitely know about it. Because I don't think most people would disclose.
I mean, then they're keeping it together, I guess.
Yeah, they're keeping it together. But it wouldn't be the end of the world to have some support.
And I do think, taking care of children is hard and requires a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
And so it can come as quite a shock to, I think, because we're so not used to having to care about anyone but ourselves. That I think that is, if there probably something really gets twisted in the brain when you're forced to suddenly do that after years and years, especially people delaying having kids longer and longer. And you just get so much more set in your ways and so much more focused on yourself.
I feel like I was so much more selfish in my 20s. I feel like I picked the right time.
Or that could have been, who knows? Because that could have solved the selfishness of your 20s.
No, I don't know. I think it would have been that shock and been way more stressed. You would have like not been like wanted to do all this other stuff. And I don't know. It feels good now. I also needed to get sober, as we discussed.
Sure,
It's like I'm so glad I was not drinking at all. I don't need that around this.
But I think having time,
and I had romantic issues I needed to work out to have the right kind of foundational relationship. Sure. Like, there's so much I worked out before having a kid that I matured very, very slowly and way more slowly than my peers. Like I had the emotional maturity of like a 17-year-old when I was 26. Like,
but I do think having a lot of time in your 20s, being alone and being like, this is my time to find myself, can make you go a little crazy. And you're like living alone, or you're living with roommates who don't really care about you, and you have a lot of time to yourself to focus on yourself. And that can, I mean, I've seen it in specific people.
okay.
It creates, like, that is where the mental illness begins. Just too much time by yourself, thinking about yourself.
Okay.
And just telling yourself, no, this is normal. This is good. Like, I'm just like a character on Friends. I'm dating and finding myself and sleeping around. And then maybe, though, for your mental health wise.
Look, yeah, I mean, there was part of me, and obviously that's not the way it worked out for me, but like, because I needed to figure out romantically how to have a healthy relationship. And I'm glad I didn't do that while having kids, because I would have picked totally the wrong people to do it with. But there was a feeling where I felt a bit abandoned because generationally, you know, if you go way back in my Jewish roots, it was not totally arranged marriage, but your parents were very involved in the dating process, you know? And my parents had zero involvement. Like, we were very laissez-faire, like, very,
would you
like,
have wanted
whatever.
more?
You know. I think I would have wanted more, but it's that third child thing of just like, I'll figure it out.
Did they do that with your older siblings?
Well, my brother, obviously, no, they did not. I mean, but they were so pragmatic and found each other and married young, and so they had no concept of the current landscape that I was going into.
Right.
But
and they also were, for their generation, it was more, I think, like, let your kids make their own choices.
Yes.
Because I feel like my parents were like that too.
Let them, yes, give them space.
And in a way, it could be too much independence.
Yeah, I think on some level, I wanted them to care maybe a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I don't know how I would have taken it at that point, because they didn't care. Like, it's like they would have had to do that throughout. Like, there would have had to be a lot more like emotional proximity, let's say, in some ways, and space for that, and this is why, because it's like, I think my mom working full-time had a lot to do with that. Both of them working, my dad more than full-time and my mom full-time. Like, there wasn't a lot of emotional space, Yeah.
And the thing I said before, I think I've said it on this podcast before, about adolescence, like, ending when you're 25, like,
yes,
being available.
And mine ended, at 33.
And they needed to be around until you were 33.
They were, and I remember, I sometimes I get a little bit envious when I see, like, there's these videos on TikTok. I haven't seen a lot of them, but I know they exist, of like college dorm rooms and parents coming in and like helping them decorate their dorm room.
That's so
like,
sweet.
Nothing like that happened for me.
That's what we're gonna do.
Absolutely nothing.
My mom was pretty hands-on in a lot of ways, and she was definitely in my dorm room, helping me unpack.
No,
not decorating. Well, people are also going crazy with the decorating.
No, but like, there was no care. It was just like, go do it, because they had to be adults so young. And then there was more emotional proximity from them to me than there was from them to their parents,
Right. Yeah. So
it's
that
like,
was progress.
It was progress. But I think on some level, well, and also, the third child, I think at that point they'd kind of not given up. But
what year were your parents born? Or what years?
48 and 47.
Well, I guess closer to my grandparents' ages.
Yeah, they're boomers. Yeah. Yeah. So, and then in that sense, it like skipped a generation. Like, I was the only millennial in the house, and my brother and sister were Gen X.
Right. You're like,
so it's like kind of different.
They're more. Are they more nihilistic than you?
Well,
that's like the Gen X thing, right?
No,
what are other?
No, but they're just, you can just feel it.
They're not as earnest.
I don't know how to.
Are you more earnest than them?
I don't know how to qualify it. It's more cultural, perhaps. But it's like they were less digital, less early in their lives. That for sure.
Right. They would have grown up with like no
They were just starting, but I had like a pager in high school. Like that's how, or like high school started in 7th grade. So like pagers, you know, like,
okay.
But, and I'd say like a little bit more traditional in some ways. Like the 90s were more like central for them, whereas I was more in the aughts, like,
yeah.
You know, where there's kind of a bit of more disillusion of those like
post 9/11.
Yeah. Chaos a little bit.
Right. They had more of the idyllic 90s child.
And maybe had a bit more of a better economy to exit into,
right.
you know.
Yeah. Right. So, you graduated when Mike graduated. That was like the worst possible time.
It's not great. Not great. Not that with my theater degree I had a bajillion options, but you know. But yeah, that felt different. I don't know. But yeah, no, I feel like but again, it's like I only have one kid. So it's like, of course I'm going to want to help him with his college. Like, it's like I'm only doing everything once, you know?
Yeah.
So I want to do it. Like,
I'm going to do it right.
Yeah. Or be there, you know?
How is it going?
Preschool?
At his childcare center.
I mean, it's very hard for me. He's doing great.
What do you even know of his day? Like,
they tell me when I pick him up, like if he napped, which is obviously crucial information, and how he did, like what his vibes were all day. You know, if he got sad at all or if he was fine. No. And I keep every day, I'm like, did he fight? You know? But no, I think it's with his parents, he's testing boundaries, and there he has this like more communist vibe. I don't know.
I wonder what they tell, like, what's the line of, what qualifies for an incident?
I think violence.
I think if he bit someone, they would tell you. Yeah. I think that's the line, probably.
I ask if he fights or hits or pushes, or I don't know. Maybe they're not telling me. I don't know. Well, there is a room parent, and I mean, I'm trying to get close.
Oh yeah, you got to get in with that parent. Yeah.
But I've overshared with her. I'm like, is this good or bad? We'll find out.
Just know that they do placate parents. Obviously, the parents are giving them a lot. Well,
he never gets sad at drop off. I mean, I know that. I mean, I was like that too.
Yeah, that's pretty standard.
No, everyone else is crying. Yeah. Like everyone else. But you know.
No, I don't think your kid would cry.
No, I don't think so. I think if this is the wrong choice, I'll find out years from now. Like, I don't think I'll know right away at all. He's like me, you know. But no, I've been very sad about it. It's been very hard. But I also feel like he is doing good. Like he seems stimulated in a good way and in a way that I haven't been able to provide for him. And no screen time now because I'm not burnt out at all. Like,
thank God.
Like now we're at 0.
Finally got him off the screen.
Yeah, because it's like, you know, it's the difference between 8 hours a day with him versus 12 or 13. You know, like it's like, yeah. So it's 0. You know, because when he's here, I don't want, you know, like I want to be with him. Yeah. It's long because he naps, so he's up till like 9 or 10. Like he's up late. Yeah. And he wakes up early. So it's like we have like from 6 to 9 in the morning and then from 3 to 9 and 8, like, you know, so it's like still a fair amount of time. But no, I'm really sad about it, but I'm kind of examining
that. What are you doing? It's a long 6 hours. What do you do?
I don't know. It's only been 2 days. But yeah, I'm trying to examine the sadness because my fear of what was going on before is that we had a little bit of like, I'm like, I feel like I miss hugging him all day, like just like hugging him a lot. And I'm scared that those hugs were like, yeah, he's getting hugs. Yeah. Yeah. He like smells like the teacher when he comes home and I'm like,
who is this? Perfume.
But I'm like, it's good. You know, like it's nice. Yeah. And no, but I'm wondering like, was that more for me or for him? You know,
no, it's for him.
Because I think a lot of that emotion was propping me up emotionally too. And it's like, it's
normal. You should be hugged all the time.
I know, but it's like, I don't want my kid, because this is obviously something I just really don't want, is for him to feel like he needs to take care of me emotionally. Like I want that to be my spouse and I want him to be the kid. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm just watching for that because I know it's my instinct, because it's just the best hugs in the world, you know, like, of course.
I don't think you need to overthink the hugs.
It's not just the hugs, it's the feeling. It's like the feeling, like,
keep hugging. You know?
We're definitely going to keep hugging. I just but I'm examining the sadness. I'm does the sadness mean I'm making the wrong choice? Or does it mean that I need to find something in my life to be more well-rounded, where I'm not relying on him to prop up that sadness or whatever that is. Or I'm just need to bleed, which obviously my husband was let's revisit this in a week, because I'm just crying. And I mean, it's been very hard, not to see him all day. I'm sure you're feeling the same way about your oldest and not to see every little thing that's going on with him all day.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, I know what he's doing. I know which videos he's watching. It's good because he can tell me exactly which videos,
and then you can see them.
And then I can watch them and be like, oh my God. Disgusting.
What's the latest?
Actually, it lines up with what we were just talking about, normalizing therapy speak.
Uh-huh.
He was watching this atrocious meditation video.
Okay.
And then I went to the channel and the description and who did the video. And it's literally just a voiceover actress who lives in LA who's making, obviously knows where the money is.
Not a trained professional.
And is making these YouTube videos for just teachers to mindlessly go, do, kids, get them to shut up for 2 seconds video.
But what was it supposedly teaching them? What was the language?
Just mindfulness. There was some really stupid line. It was so, disgusting. Maybe your butterfly has the same colors as your favorite superhero. It's about a butterfly hug.
Butterfly superhero?
I know.
Wait.
No, it's just putting
keywords.
In yeah.
Kids
yes.
Butterfly and superhero.
Cynical and such garbage. And it's a 6+ minute long video that he was subjected to.
Which the teacher could easily just turn down the lights, close your eyes,
which she has done,
make her own
and I'm
thing.
Totally fine with that.
Yeah,
I think that's great for them. But to put on this trash, I don't want him seeing this stuff.
And she's heard you complaining about it.
I voiced my complaints the first week. I had a long phone call with the principal yesterday.
Oh, how did that go?
I mean, based on what I could discern, it seems, and it was really her talking, by the way. She did send a 100% AI generated email prior to this phone call.
And she didn't say, hello, I am the principal of, or wait, do your robot voice?
Okay. Wait, did I tell you about that? The robot I talked to, when I was doing my TB test to volunteer in the school, you have to basically have a doctor say that you don't need a TB test.
Okay.
So I had to call an urgent care and ask them a question before I went in.
Mm-hmm.
And I kept saying, can I talk to a real person? And the robot would go, I am a real person. My name is Maya, and I'm here to help you. And I kept hanging up and calling back until finally it said, I am a chatbot designed to assist you. And I was like, okay, Maya, finally we got
somewhere.
But that is a real thing, a chatbot who lies to you and says, I'm a real person, which is crazy. So I was like, what if the principal uses that? You should
try questioning the chatbot's ego. And be
I mean,
do you really know that?
We kept and both of my kids were talking to it too, being like, are you a robot? I think it finally came clean when one of the kids was yelling that.
They can't lie to children.
The robot, there's a line. And Mike said that couldn't have been, that would be a China-based robot. There aren't, ChatGPT doesn't do that.
No, yeah.
But they would be outsourcing to Chinese robots. Anyway, so the principal didn't use one of those robots to communicate with me. So that's where the line.
Well, probably LAUSD is barred from using Chinese gadgets. I would imagine.
But so what I could discern from what she said, it does seem like she doesn't think these YouTube videos should be played. That's what it seems like. She does think that
she wouldn't use definitive language.
A good idea. Yeah, based on what she was saying, because she kept defending the use of the smartboard like a projector, which I'm like, yes, I'm fine with that. I understand using it like a projector, writing things on it, whatever. But it's just the YouTube videos. And then she said, oh, maybe we could explore other, when I was going into detail about this meditation video.
Yeah.
And she did seem to agree that there should be an alternative. Oh, and I kept emphasizing, which I think she found flattering, and so that's why she said to go to the teacher, is that I would like him to connect with the teacher.
Mm-hmm.
Because the teacher is this, a teacher is a celebrity to a kindergartner.
Yes.
A very, very special person.
Yes.
And she does not appreciate that role that she plays in the kids' lives, it seems. Like she is outsourcing herself to these videos. Should we talk about this comment that was left?
Oh, yeah. Paige has a very exciting, very explosive Substack that you should check out.
I wrote a Substack article called "Don't Bring Toys to the Playground."
I read the whole thing.
No one. It's possibly the only Substack article you've ever liked.
I liked it. I tried to restack it, but I had to go to the app, and that was just a bridge too far.
But she never likes my articles. But this one, because it mentioned her by name, hit that heart.
I haven't read the other ones. Yeah. That one this one I clicked on. I mean, I tried to click on the previous, but sometimes you write little short things. Or am I wrong? Sometimes they look really short comments. Like
there are on Substack there are notes.
Yeah, notes. I see the notes.
So those are like posts, and then like the actual.
I didn't like your previous one.
The actual post would be emailed to you. So
what was the one before this? YouTube presents.
YouTube. Yeah,
I didn't read that one.
That's a good one.
I should read that one.
That one's my most popular.
Ooh.
By far. So I wrote about not bringing toys to the playground. Pretty much nothing we haven't said on this podcast before.
Same diatribe.
So you've heard it. And then I got one comment from a woman, and she's like, "Oh, my kid's only one." So I'm like, "Yeah, okay." Then the other comment
irrelevant,
has some very interesting sentences that I find to be interesting comparisons to what I'm saying. Okay, so she has older kids. So I was like, all right, I'm tuned in. She said, 2-year-olds are challenging, and I totally get the impulse to want other people to not create situations that add to the difficulty. When mine were little, I remember feeling brief frustration that no one else made their kids wear sun hats. But in retrospect, that was a great first introduction to the fact that everyone gets to make their own choices.
Some kids won't keep hats on their heads. Okay?
And our family isn't necessarily going to copy everything they see other kids do. So the difference is...
I'm already out after the sun hats comment.
I can't take it seriously.
This is a judgmental... that's an insane thing to be frustrated about, in my view.
Okay, 100%. I'm going to keep going.
Yes.
Hold on.
But also, my kid has never kept anything on his head. You want to try to put a sun hat on him? Good luck.
Leaving aside that bikes and scooters are a great way to get to a park. I'm not sure, which you can leave them outside, whatever.
Yes.
I'm not sure where exactly kids are supposed to ride them without an adult being on the constant lookout for cars, if not a park. So for that part, I will say you just got to make that a separate thing, which we did for teaching my older kid, how to ride a bike. We took him to a different park at a different time that had a good setup for riding a bike where you weren't going to clobber. You need like a little air.
My dad used to take me, and I never learned, obviously, but you go to like an empty parking lot,
or you could still be at a park and not necessarily in the playground
area.
Because that's not a good place to ride a bike or a scooter anyway, because you're just running into people all the time.
Right.
My kids are 9 and 11 and definitely sometimes bring toys to the park. We definitely try to make sure we aren't tormenting toddlers while we craft variations on Lego cylinders and the contents therein to maximize rolling distance.
I'm not following this. Wait,
I'll say it again. Okay. We definitely try to make sure we aren't tormenting toddlers while we craft variations on Lego cylinders and the contents therein to maximize rolling distance. So they're building Lego cars or something, Lego contraptions that involve
why are we doing
wheels.
That at the playground? Can't we do that at
Because she wants to maximize rolling distance. And yes, I've seen the frustration of people scattering their own toys about and then demanding no toddlers touch them. But I mean, I also had to teach my toddlers that birthday parties at the park were private events, etc. Overall, it's not been my experience that toys cheap and play or necessarily cause more strife than palm trees that look close but can't actually be walked to. But a lot definitely depends on specifics. Let me read this part again. Overall, it's not been my experience that toys cheap and play or necessarily cause more strife than palm trees that look close.
Did she say that what gender her kids are?
More strife than palm trees that look close. You really don't see a difference between
palm trees being far away
and a tantalizing toy sitting in the middle of the playground.
So wait. Well, I don't understand. So does she live in the middle of nowhere? Is it a not populated playground?
If I can,
because this is the only two things. Is like, are they too young or is it a not populated playground?
First of all, looks like 2 girls.
Okay, not that girls don't also go after toys. Like,
sure, yeah.
I mean, I've never seen someone go after them on the level that my kid does.
Sure, yeah, you do.
He's an exceptionally very focused child on what he wants. I mean, you weren't there on his last weekday morning at the playground, but Mike explained to you.
Oh, he told me everything.
It was like every 2 seconds. Like, also, it made me realize, side note, that, well, our friend that was there, that his whole cohort is nannies.
Yeah.
There's like no other parents there with kids his age.
Well,
that were there. He was like sitting with all of them. Anyway. Yeah, we'll talk.
So the comment.
I mean, she clearly is not. I mean, but she said palm trees. Where does she live? Where does she live? I need to know.
Live in the suburbs of Southern.
Maybe she lives in Bakersfield or something.
There just aren't.
This can't be a very populated situation.
But the comparisons, I simply cannot take seriously.
That they're frustrated that they're not closer to the palm tree.
Our kids are pretty smart. I think they know that they can't
get to the palm tree. They're never trying to get to the palm tree.
I think they have but
we have a plethora of palm trees.
But I think we've evolved to understand that the palm trees far away are hard to touch.
I mean, it sounds like her kids didn't throw tantrums about other people, but they wouldn't, because they are the ones bringing all the toys.
Yeah, exactly.
They weren't the ones having the tantrums. They had all the toys. Everyone else was freaking out, and she was judging them. Yeah. Why? Because they weren't wearing sun hats.